Hello everyone, this is Eldad Amara, back with another video. Before I go into this video, I'm going to show you a clip or film of a video that I've done many years ago with another artist, yeah? And his name is Funk Master Buzz. My DJ name and artist name was 909 Serious B, and we done a song called Money Illusion. This is about 6-8 years ago. I think the song speaks volumes. Look at the imagery and listen to the words in the song. Please listen to the words carefully in the song. And also the imagery, I think the imagery is bang on.
We treat fiction as reality, reality is money. We treat fiction as reality, reality is money. It's a shame how we don't see this game. It's a shame how we're affected by this game. Money illusion creates so much confusion. What's the solution? Golden institution. Was a deed, never greed. We sweat, we bleed. It's not worth seeing. It's profound. Makes the world go round. Turn the world upside down. Who did I make you frown? Feel like a clown. It's made of diamonds and pounds. What I say will astound. No value in the pound. Divide from all destitution. What's the solution? The Constitution. Money was received for gold. That story's old. Who wants to place gold? Some kill for the bill when it's worth nil. When you count all the notes in your till. Notes a piece of paper. Pay to the bearer. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Bling, bling, bling. Have a left wonder in, ponder in. Use money, plunder in. Notes are worth nothing, not even a ring. Invisible hand of man has a plan. Money politics got our minds fixed like bricks. Man's a loose line hand, no proof. Now made of thin, floats on the ether. Money made of cotton at the touch of a button seems rotten. If birds grew on trees, would you burn these? No value in leaves, take ages to earn. So why would you burn in a firm? Didn't know, now you learn. We treat fiction as reality, reality is money. We treat fiction as reality, reality is money. It's a shame how we don't see this game. It's a shame how we're affected by this game. Money monarchy, hierarchy, different values been brought to karate, banner arty-farty, or arty-farty, paper poverty, ghost money, ain't funny, you got to have a job in this land of milk and honey, bank system rule us like fools, like we never went to school, it's a sublime tool, positive easing, state will be up for treason,
Don't you think the video was spot on? For those of you who are really listening to the song, you'd understand what I'm really saying, yeah? Or what me and this artist Funk Master Buzz were saying in the song. The illusion of money. You see, years and years and years ago, money actually had value because it was measured against the amount of gold you had or the amount of silver that you had. First of all, we had this kind of barter exchange type of scheme. Years ago, people used to barter, yeah? There wasn't money involved. They used to exchange goods and services. So if somebody wanted, say, water, they might want to trade the water for weaponry. Or they might have fruit and they want to trade the fruit for jewelry. Okay, so bartering was quite a common thing. Yeah, this was before money. Okay, so after coins, later on came in money, as I was saying earlier. So it was measured against either gold or silver. It was measured against either gold or silver. So $1, say for example, was equivalent to 1 piece of gold. $2 equivalent to 2 pieces of gold. $10 equivalent to 10 pieces of gold. And the same for silver. 1 piece of silver was equal to $1. 2 pieces of silver, $2. Alright? This is how money came into circulation, because money was measured against either gold standard or against silver. So then the banks start to develop. So now you start to have banks opening up everywhere, right? And they would hold the gold or the silver in exchange for money. Okay, that's just a crude and rough breakdown of how gold and silver was measured against the dollar. Now if you look at the top of a dollar bill, you can see on the top it says traded in silver or traded in gold on the top of the dollar, or whatever else commodity you wanted to exchange. So what the banks would do, because the banks started to develop, so what the banks would do, they would issue you a note, yeah, which was a dollar, and they would hold the gold in replacement for that. Okay, this is a form of exchange. You need to really seriously listen. There is no exchange now for the gold or for the silver. So what is being exchanged? So the money, really, what value has it? What has it been measured against? So listen, man, this is money, so the bank gave to me. There's nothing behind it. There's no gold. Say this is gold. There's no gold behind there. No silver behind there. So what is this dollar then worth? How is it being measured? How is it being measured? I'll tell you what as well. If this money was worth anything, if I set light to it now, if I was to set light to it, if I was to set light to it, if I was to set light to it as I have now, and I took that back to the bank, do you think I'll get anything in exchange for it? Do you think I'll get anything in exchange for it? No, I wouldn't. Every year, or every couple of years, the government changes the money, and it changes the value of the money. So tell me something. What are they using as a form of exchange for that money? You know, in England, for example, when money goes out of circulation, when it's no longer of any use and they want to bring in new money, you know what they do with the other money? they take it and they put it in a furnace and burn it. If you listen to the song that I was playing just a minute ago, you'd hear me mentioning the furnace, right? That they take the money and they burn it in a furnace. If the money had any value, you wouldn't burn it, would you? If it had any type of value, think about it, you wouldn't burn it. If you look at money, let's go back to money again. This money, is this money worth more than a real commodity like water? Water or this money, which is worth more? Which is worth more? If I had $1 and I had food, which is generally worth more? Which is the true value? The dollar or, say, oranges? If it was oil, which has more value? This oil or this dollar? If I was to go and burn down a whole complete field now, yeah, full of bananas or full of oranges, I've lost value in a real thing. I've lost value in a real thing. This is fake. I can rip it up and it has no value. I can no longer trade with it. I can't go anywhere and trade with this. You can't get my meaning. I can't go anywhere and trade with it now. But if I had an orange in my hand, I could go and trade with it. I could trade it for something else. So money now does not really have any true value. You know my cousin? Maybe rest in peace, man. We were so close, man. One day Tommy said to me, I seen some money being burnt. I said, where to? He said, like, in some furnace somewhere, like, yeah? I can't remember where he said it was, like, but he said, this money was being burnt. And I said, why? He said, because it's no longer in circulation, so he took the money and burnt it. And he said, you know what? I could have done with some of that money. Why didn't it just give it to me or give it to some people who really need it? Why did they need to go and burn it? And he said, like, you know what? Money don't really have no value, does it? He said, money don't really have any value, does it? And you know what? I totally agreed with him. I said, no, because if it did have any value, you wouldn't burn it. You wouldn't take a field full of bananas or a field full of apples and burn. Now that's real stuff, that's real commodities. Gold is a real commodity. Silver is a real commodity. Water is a real commodity. But dollars and pounds, now, they're not real. They're not real. If I burnt my money right in front of your face now, I couldn't take that money and go and exchange it for anything. It has no value. We've been deluded by this thing called money. Money illusion. I'd say another thing as well. Money carries certain frequencies. That's why I said that money carries certain frequencies. Right? Listen, love. Money carries love. That's one emotional, one frequency. Money carries anger. Yeah? If you lose your money, you might feel angry about it. So that's another frequency. Money also carries jealousy. Jealousy is another frequency. Money also carries envy. Envy is another frequency. Right? Gluttony. Money carries gluttony. Gluttony is another frequency. Money carries fear. Fear. Fear of losing your home. Right? Fear of getting in debt. And you know the word debt? D-E-B-T. And debt, D-E-A-T-H. They're very similar. Phonetically spelled, they sound the same. Phonetically. It's no mistake. They know debt and debt has some relationship. These are the powers that be. So as I say, money carries frequencies. Love, hate, jealousy, anger, yeah, mistrust, honesty, mishonesty. You want to kill for it, yeah? On that video that you just saw just a minute ago, on that video, right, you seen the gun, yeah, the 9, and it's pointing. You know how much people go out and they do bank robberies because they can't find food for their family, yeah? Or they go out and they rob people, yeah, and take the money off of them. You know how many brothers are sat up in prison right now because they done something stupid like gonna try and rob a bank, or robbing people, or stealing? This is all the things that money creates. It creates emotions of anger, fear, jealousy. The people in charge of us, they know about all this. Believe you me, they know about it. And we're so deluded. We are so deluded by this thing. This thing here. Money. Right? Got the money upside down. It should be as well. Yeah? Look. And if I flip it around, yeah, you've got this on the other side. I'm going to go into this in a minute about the pyramids and stuff, right? But right now I want to talk about money. The illusion of it. Listen, there's another thing. Check this out. When you take your money and you go to a bank and you want to put money into the bank, you put in £1,000. The bank, say you only need £100. The bank will then take £100 and give it to you. Yeah? And you know what they do with the rest? Because the bank only has 10% of money in the bank at any one time. They're going to take the rest of the money and they'll invest it or loan it to other people. So, say somebody has a business and they want to employ their workers. The other £900, right, which should have been sat in the bank, is out paying for those workers. Yeah, paying for the employee and the workers. Then the workers will re-deposit that money back into the bank because they hold it in terms of their wages, and they'll take out X amounts, right, and the bank will keep the rest. Then the bank will hold 10%, and then around goes the circle again. Now the bank's loaned out money again, with interest on top of it as well. With interest. And it's illusionary money, because it doesn't really exist. So the banks are making money from your money and from other people's money, and then they put an interest on top of that. So microeconomics. One person, they got £1,000. They put £1,000 into their bank, right? But they only need £100. The bank will use the rest of it, yeah, because they only owe 10%. They will take the money and they will go and invest it, as I said, to other investors or to the general public. Or say somebody wants to buy a house, they will charge them in terms of a loan, right? So they loan that money out to somebody to buy a house with interest on top of it. With interest on top of it. We've had things like where there's been very little circulation of money. Very little circulation of money. This happened during the Great Depression, when there wasn't much money around because people were buying all these goods up and services, and so there wasn't very much money in the economy. Then there wasn't enough money, therefore, to pay workers. The workers didn't have enough money because they were then unemployed. Yeah? So if they're unemployed, they ain't got enough money to pay for goods like electricity, to pay for the gas bills, to pay for the electric bills, to pay for food, to pay for clothing, to go on holiday and all of those things. They haven't got the money to be able to do all these things. So it then causes the stock market to crash. And you know what? The banks and some of these other societies, they kind of got a hint when the market's going to crash. So you know what they start doing? Start buying up all of these goods and services, and start buying up people's houses and buying up factories and machinery and all the rest of it. This is because people can no longer afford to be running their factories, or they're losing their homes. So what does the banks do? They buy up all of this stuff, yeah, in terms of collateral. I've had several Great Depressions. Okay, the biggest one, or the most, I would just say the most notable one, was the Great Recession of 1933. But we've had other recessions since then, right? Every couple of years there seems to be recessions, and this is a result of there's not enough money in circulation. Is generally the thing, because as I say, the banks only owe 10% of the money. Now, if a lot of people are going to the banks because they want to draw more money out to buy goods and services, yeah, and to pay for things like holidays and cars and houses, the bank hasn't got enough money. So guess what happens? Yeah, it crashes. The system crashes. Now they got this thing they put out called fiat money. F-I-A-T. Fiat money. What is fiat money? Fiat is what the government puts as a form of trust onto money. They're trusting that they're going to pay the debtors or the creditors money, right? So this is like a kind of way of a bond or a seal. See, fiat is a way of the government saying, trust us with this money. Trust us with this money. That's what they're really saying to you. As I said before, money used to be exchange. It was an exchange for the gold, yeah? Or exchange for silver. But it doesn't, but the government now doesn't exchange in silver or in gold. Now they got this other thing as well, which is called oh man, I gotta laugh. They got this other thing, they call it quantitative easing. What is quantitative easing? I want you to go in a dictionary after watching this video, right, and tell me what is quantitative easing. Quantitative easing, if you don't know, or if you've never heard of this term, is where the government injects money into the economy. Alright, they inject money into the economy. So, because there is so much demand and there ain't enough money, you know what? They start to print all this money. They start printing all this money and then inject it into the economy. And let's say, like to use this word, inject. Inject the money into the economy, right? To kind of fire up the economy. Boy, if the money's worth nothing, if this money's worth nothing, this money, why are they printing so much of it? Yeah? Because it's, as I said, an illusion. This money is an illusion. Give the idea that there's a whole heap of money in circulation. Yeah? And then the interest on top of it as well. The interest on top of it as well. Because it don't really exist. If you take out money out of your bank to pay for a house, if that house, you can't keep up the payments on that house, what do you think is going to happen? The government just lend you just false money. Give it to you. And the house is worth 200k. Yeah? 200,000. Or maybe £300,000. You lose your job. You can't keep up the maintenance of the payments. So what do you think is going to happen to your house? They're going to take the house away from you. Right? They're going to take the house away from you, but remember, the money isn't real. The money isn't real. And you're still going to have to pay off the debts. You're still going to have to pay off the debt. So now the bank's got your house and plus any money you're having to pay off from the debt. Stay with me, right? Because I'm trying to show you something now. Now you're all upset because you lost your house. You and your wife get divorced. Yeah? You go your separate ways. That's still money to the state, by the way. Because you're going to have to go seek a divorce lawyer or whatever, yeah? Then you got like child custody and all them sort of things. Emotions come into it. As I say, money creates frequency. So jealousy, envy, gluttony, fear. And fear is one of the most biggest drivers. Fear is one of the most biggest drivers, believe you me. And the government, they know this. That's how we're trapped up in our little boxes. That's why some of us are so content with whatever the government says to us or whatever they want us to do. Some of us don't question nothing. I want you to stay with me on this, right? Now we're going to look at the American dollar. The American dollar. Because on the American dollar, there's a whole heap of symbolism. Loads of it. And in my second video, where I look at this American money, and the reptilian agenda is going to blow your mind. Believe you me, it's going to blow your mind. But right now, right, I'm just going to focus on this American dollar and the seals around it, yeah? And some of the symbolism. So, here is a dollar. I'll move it this up nice and close for you to see. Alright? This is the American dollar. Let me move it back out of focus a minute. Not everyone's got the same eyesight. Some people's eyesight's stronger than others. Right? And I'm moving this thing right back in. This American money, monarchy, this money, right, the dollar, right, the original dollar had this guy on there. Everyone see him? George Washington. George Washington. George worship Satan. Sorry, I meant. Did I say Satan? It's Washington. George Washington. Yeah, in the center of the money. Now, you got two seals each side. One there and one there. Okay? You got two seals. One green one there and one there. Okay? So, on the seal, it says the Federal Reserve seal. Right? Each state has its own seal. So there's 12 Federal Reserve banks. Okay? And that's the seal there. Each bank has its own seal. And there's another seal. Okay? And on this seal, it's got the eagle on there. See it? It's got the eagle on there. In green. Don't know if you can see it. if you can't see this very well, just have a look. Get some American money, get the dollar out and have a look at it. Okay? But it's right there. You got a green seal. And on that seal, it has an eagle. It has an eagle and it's holding something in its claws. Right? This eagle is holding 12 arrows. No, 13 arrows in one hand. Or in one claw, should I say. They don't have hands, do they? They have claws. 13 arrows in one claw. And it has 13 olive branches in the other claw. The 13 represents the 13 colonies or the 13 states. Okay? Also, you have a chevron, which looks like an upside down triangle. Yeah? The upside down triangle with 13 stars inside of it. That also represents the 13 colonies. The eagle also has it looks like a ribbon in its mouth. Yeah? It holds a ribbon in its mouth. The ribbon in its mouth, it looks like it's eating it. Right? It says in Latin, on the ribbon, it says, Impure rebus unum. Impure rebus unum. Which is Latin for many, the one. Okay? So many, the one. So out of all of the 13 colonies, they come to one, represent one nation. Also got something else about the eagle holding the 13 arrows. The 13 arrows represent war. So the American government, what they're trying to say is, if you try and make any war with us, right, this is symbolic of us going to war with you. This is symbolic of us going to war with you. If you try come here and make any trouble with us, yeah, we will take you out. But on the other hand, on the other side is the balance of the 13 branches, which symbolize peace and friendship. So they counterbalance each other. Okay? War or peace. War or peace. There's a hell of a lot of symbolism on this dollar. Loads of it. You've also got two people. You've also got two people, yeah, who's put their signatures on the dollar. Can you see? Each side of Washington, each side of him, there's two people who have signed the dollar. Right? The first person to the left, right, is the Treasurer of the United States. That's on this side. Okay? And on the opposite side, is the Secretary of the Treasury. The Secretary of the Treasury. So look. Okay? Stay with me on this. Please, stay with me. Stay with me. Again, look. The one in big bold letters right in the center of the reverse side of the dollar. Look. You see it? On top of that, over the top. At the top there, what does it say? Read. Read. They say if you want to hide something from N, I ain't going to say it, from an N, then put it in a book because we don't like to read. Read! Look! It says United States of America. America. Right? What else does it have? Look at this. It has a pyramid. With an eye on the top of it. With the all-seeing eye on the top of it. Freemasonry. This is Freemasonry stuff, man. Believe you me. Trust what I'm saying to you. Look. It's got a pyramid with an eye over it. What is the eye doing? The eye is an all-seeing eye of Horus. The all-seeing eye of Horus. Going back into ancient Egypt. These people like to use a lot of Egyptian symbolism. Right? In their money, in their buildings, in their roads, set on geometric angles. Believe you me, I know because I have been in their lodges, so I know. So listen to what I'm saying. Look, the eye on the top of the capstone. You got 13 stages to get up there. 13 stages, yeah? You start the foundation and you work your way up the pyramid, yeah? Work your way up the blocks of stones. And there's 13 till you get to the eye on the top. This is almost like knowledge. Your chakras, yeah? You got your base chakra and then you've got your crown chakra, right? When you get to your crown chakra, which is your pineal gland, comes the light. You are then stepping into the light. You are then a god, right? But you got to work your way up. Work your way up until you get to this stage. When you get to that stage of the eye, you are then enlightened. They believe that they're illuminated. They're the illuminated ones. Okay? Illuminati. Illuminated. Listen. On the bottom there, there's some writing right there on the bottom. So the note isn't very good. So what I suggest is for you to get $1 yourself and have a look. Okay? And it says Novus Ordo Seclorum. Novus Ordo Seclorum. What does that mean in that little thing just underneath the pyramid? It means New World Order. NWO. New World Order. Novus Ordo Seclorum. You also got some writing just underneath the pyramid, yeah? In Roman writing, yeah? There. You got some Roman writing. What does that mean? What does that mean? Right? It says letters in Roman numerals. So that 1776 is a declaration of the independence. 1776 is a declaration of the independence, and that's what this Roman numerals, yeah, symbolizes. Whole heaps! Whole heap of symbolism on there. The eagle has a ribbon in its mouth. Right? It looks like he's trying to eat it. And in Latin it says Uperibus unum. It says Uperinus unum. Out of many. Out of many, one. I keep telling you. Out of many, one. Who is the one? Who is the many? The 13 colonies. The 13 colonies are one. They're trying from there to go into the New world order. Alright, so it's not just talking about America. Yeah, it's talking about the new world. The new world order. Out of many is one. Bring them all together. You also got some more Latin up there. Look. Look. It says, Annuit Septis. He has favored our undertakings. Unuet Septis. He has favored our undertakings. Who has favored whose undertakings? Who's the we? Has favored our undertakings. Who's the we? What we is this? Who is he? Who is he favoring? Let me tell you this, man. Which God are they talking about? Because they're talking about he has favored our undertakings. Who is he? Which God? Which God? Is it the Elohim? Is it Yahweh? Is it Jesus Christ, Jehovah? Or is it Anu? Which God are they talking about? Which God? Which God are they, this lot here, in favor of? Who is it that they're giving reverence to? Who? As I say again, is it the Elohim from the Bible? Yeah? Is it the Yahwehs? Yeah? Is it Jesus Christ, Jehovah? Or is it Anu? The Anunnaki. The Anunnaki. Right? Those who come from the sky. Are they talking about the Anunnaki? Listen, man. This stuff is deep. Deep, deep, deep. Deep. Listen. Stay with me. I want you to watch the second part of this video that I got coming out, where I'm talking about the dollar bill, right, and the reptilian agenda. Okay? And the reptilian agenda. I want you to stay tuned. If you like this video, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Eldad Amara, over and out. Please subscribe.
Yeah, UK, baby. We're living in the rat race. Rat race. We're living in the rat race. Rat race. We're living in a rat race. Rat race. We're living in a rat race. No time to waste. We're living in a rat race. No time to waste. We're living in a rat race. Cyberspace. Standing from a distance. Worst peeps. There's no resistance. Never question authority. That bother me. Guess I'm a minority, like ants in the colony. Like change, stood still. Like ghosts on the hill, trying to take a color pill, feel ill. Like a soldier being drilled, some killed by bills, lost their will. Hear the skids of a car wheel. Toddler alone, walks up an hill, potential road ill, makes my heart kill. Nobody asks, are you okay? It could be the offspring, don't know what to say. How about okay? Kids looking brazen, know what they're facing. Leaves like a carousel, oh well, like a dog chasing tail. Might as well read braille. Asian kids, hair look Caucasian, lies deep like a basin, where the conflicts of being Asian. Everybody, time wasted. Time wasted. We're living in a rat race. Rat race. We're living in a rat race. Rat
race. We're living in a rat race. Rat race. We're living in a rat race. No time to waste. We're living in a rat race. No time to waste. We're living in a rat race. Cyberspace. People walk with a fixed stare. Who's there? Fear in a nightmare. Daymare with a cold stare. Cold flare. Should I drink cold beer? Where's Tony Blair? Faces strained like their own cocaine. Need to open up their right brain. Young girl so vain. Forgot she had a brain. Looking in the mirror at her name. Too vain to her boyfriend saying, some in the street praying, while others in the bus lane. Car towed by a crane. Car towed by a crane. Man eyes dark like coal, like he lost his soul. Eyes cold like the North Pole. Years on the job, now on the dole. Feels old. Police copters tiled the sky, watching all with their infrared eye. Like the old city's guilty. Paying tax, but the streets still filthy. State still guilty. Vacant. Sat in the doorway, my vacant. Can't be sold. Nobody got the patent. See an ambulance, you're in the patients. If they can't pay, out the next day. Teens in the hood, nowhere to play. Stood in the park, drinking Alizé. MPs with play. Dr. Dre, couple see the hoodies, walk the other way. Stereotyping, is that okay? Teens eating a Big Mac, pretend to heart attack. Food starchy, health condition dodgy. Peeps in a rat race. No smile on the face. Jobs and omens can't keep pace. The money state waste can't be traced. It can't be traced. We're living in a rat race. Rat race. We're living in a rat race. Rat race. We're living in a rat race. Rat race. We're living in a rat race. No time to waste. We're living in a rat race. No time to waste. We're living in a rat race. Cyberspace.